Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Introducing NCPERS 2.0, What's New and What's Next webinar. My name is Hank Kim and I'm NCPERS CEO. 2026 is a momentous year for us. This year marks 85 years since NCPERS first opened our doors in 1941. And as we reflect on our history, we're struck by the amount of change NCPERS has experienced in our nearly century of existence. And like many of you, our evolution shifted into hyperdrive coming out of the COVID-19 crisis. Throughout this year, we'll be celebrating our milestone anniversary with those who make NCPERS what it is and what we do possible, you, our members. As we begin the second half of the third decade of the 21st century, we'd like to start by introducing NCPERS 2.0. We launched our next phase with the re-envisioned brand identity, a modern association software, and of course, a new website. NCPERS 2.0 is more than a new look. We believe this is the first step of many to come that will keep NCPERS relevant and be the trusted partner our members need for the next 85 years. This new phase takes nourishment from the roots of our shared history, but signals our renewed commitment to meet the evolving needs of public pension professionals in a rapidly changing environment. Over the next hour, we'll give a guided tour of the new website and highlight the new capabilities and resources available for you. Each of our departments will give about a 10-minute demonstration of the most important and useful functions on the new website. As always, we're here to answer any questions you may have. Please use the Q&A function to submit your questions and answer them, and we'll answer them before we conclude the webinar. So if you're ready, we are too. So let's get started, and we'll start with an overview provided by Lizzie Lees, NCPERS Communications Director and the architect of the brand and website modernization. Lizzie, the website is yours.
Thanks,
Or
Hank.
the
Need to share my screen. So just to build a little more on what Hank said, and to set the stage of why now, wanted to visually show some of those key milestones in history. Starting with 1942, when NCPERS hosted its first annual conference and exhibition. Since then, we've had a lot of growth, and today we host 11 unique in-person events that cater to are tailored to the needs of our members. We've evolved since then into more of a one-stop shop for education, research, advocacy, and connectivity for the public pension community. And this growth has happened rapidly. We hosted our first CIO Summit in 2017, and today host 3 summits for plan professionals each year: the Chief Officer Summit, Public Pension HR Summit, and the newly expanded Communications and Member Services Summit. Just one more example of that rapid growth is our roundtables for pension fund professionals, which just started in 2020. Was started as virtual networking and resource sharing for CEOs and CIOs during the pandemic, has evolved into 8 distinct roundtables for a variety of roles of public pensions, including HR, advocacy, and legal professionals. And this week, we're excited to introduce you to NCPERS 2.0 with a new website and updated brand identity. Taking a step back about this process, to start it, we listened to our members to better understand the challenges they were experiencing. And we heard how much our expanded resources were valued, but users struggled with clunky navigation, challenges with understanding acronyms and jargon, and noted the outdated look and feel. As our member benefits continue to expand to meet the diverse needs of the public pension community, our website and database infrastructure clearly needed an upgrade to make these benefits more accessible, user-friendly, and to better reflect how NCPERS actually serves its members. I think as a good visual illustration of that, you can see how long our navigation of events was getting. So now we're introducing our new logo and visual identity that reflects our commitment to forward-thinking leadership, innovation, and excellence. If you're wondering how we landed on this logo, it was again based on feedback we heard from our members during interviews throughout this process. The logo's arches symbolize a gateway to connection, education, and trusted solutions, and the shape itself, along with our tagline, honor NCPERS history with a nod to the Capitol Dome. Throughout, you'll find bright colors to create a welcoming feel and see our members throughout with candid photography. As you explore the site or attend our events over time, you may notice that each event category, NCPERS University, NCPERS Conferences, NCPERS Summits, forums, and webinars, have a distinct color palette to help visually reinforce the differences outlined on this slide. We've also simplified and updated several of our event names for clarity to help make it easier to understand the unique differences between our events. Cassandra will go into this a little more later on. Beyond a new logo, this rebrand reaffirms our commitment to serving you. We are making it easier to connect, find resources, learn, and ultimately work together to strengthen retirement systems and secure the futures of more than 20 million public servants. The new website offers simplified navigation, centralized tools, enhanced networking, and an interactive, user-friendly experience. We know each system is different, and we embrace the unique perspectives and experiences our members bring to our community. Our website is designed with this in mind, offering multiple paths to reach the resources you need, which I'll demo shortly. And if you're looking at the slides after this session, you can find quick links to some of these resources, as well as an overview of what you'll find in each section of our new website. So we have the same URL, ncpers.org. And starting with the homepage, you'll see you can easily find membership, education, research, and advocacy. You'll find interactive buttons to learn more and contact us. Find our next events easily on the homepage, where you can find a link to our calendar. Curated updates from our blog, which you can navigate to from the homepage. Again, links to that event calendar, membership information, and FAQs. And then quick links to our popular pages in the footer. So to illustrate sort of the idea of different paths to get to the same place, in the Learn section, you'll find links to different events, our forums, which you can navigate to with a condensed navigation menu, our summits, Chief Officers Communications Summit, and HR Summit, conferences, and NCPERS University programs. You can also navigate to the event calendar from here through event registration. From the homepage, view all events. From the top navigation, you can find events from here or from the footer. So it really is just depending on your preference. You can find the information you need. We know everyone has different communications preferences, ways of thinking and viewing things. So this is just really how you prefer to find what you're looking for. From the calendar, you'll find those details where you can easily register, or you can find more visual information and event overviews from the drop-downs in the Learn section. You'll notice more photos, more member testimonials, as we're trying to insert your voices and better reflect our community in the new brand and on our website. Again, in the idea of different ways of thinking, in the Engage section, you'll find opportunities to engage with us and our resources. We've also created guides for in-person events, where we provide better recommendations to help you understand which events are right for you. So here you'll find guides for trustees, NCPERS University, depending on your experience level. Just again, to make it a little clearer if you're new to us or if you're a longtime member, which event is right for you and what resources may be of value. From here, you can easily navigate to related resources, or again, click through from the footer. In the Engage section, we have information on our roundtables, advocacy, our popular careers and RFPs, which still live on our blog, but are now highlighted in the drop-down navigation, and a new page, which I want to highlight, which is our Get Involved page. This is one I would recommend bookmarking because it's an easy place to find what's next at NCPERS, quite literally. So today we have a webinar. There's always something going on. Next week, we have our Legislative Forum and Policy Day, also sponsorship opportunities, call for speakers deadline for the annual conferences next week. Registration opens February 2nd for Trustee Essentials Training, Advanced Fiduciary Institute, and the annual conference. We have an early bird deadline coming up. So this is a page that will be updated frequently, and it's a great one to bookmark, like I said, to find out what's going on. You'll find information on roundtables, including upcoming dates, events, webinars, sponsorship, thought leadership, speaker opportunities, exhibit information, and more. Under Access Insights, which Matt will go into later, you'll find information on our surveys, research reports, publications and news, toolkits and resources. And one page I do want to highlight is our pension facts. This was again based on member feedback of something that would be a useful resource. So it's easy to understand information on retirement basics, pension funding, governance and oversight, state and federal policy, investment practices, and fees. So I definitely recommend taking a look at this. It could be a valuable tool for your stakeholder engagement and outreach. Membership, which William will go into next, of course, covers the basics of our membership benefits. But one I do want to highlight here is the Access Your Benefits page. Easy to access place to find those behind a member login tools and things that may be of value. So definitely take a look here to explore. And then in About NCPERS, if you're looking for more information about what NCPERS 2.0 means for you, you can find it here on this landing page, as well as explore some of those key milestones in NCPERS history. You'll find details on our awards programs. You'll find one I do want to highlight is our FAQs. So you've been building a list of answers to frequently asked questions. This is a living page that will be updated as we hear from you, so please don't hesitate to reach out. But it's a great place to start if you have a question, if you're looking for something, if you need help with the website, or if you have any feedback to share. We have a short online form you can use here. Events and education, exhibit and sponsorship details, research, publications and news, roundtables, and more. Or if you're looking to get in touch with someone on our team, you can find their profile on the staff and leadership page and contact them here, or find our general contact information on the landing page here. Another page I want to highlight is our blog, which has gotten more interactive. If you're looking for something specific to learn, you can use this drop down to filter by different topics or search for something in particular. So definitely encourage you to take a look through here, browse throughout, and get in touch if you have any questions.
Great. Thank you, Lizzie, for that great kickoff. All right, next, William Whitman, NCPERS Membership and Strategic Alliances Director, who shepherded our association management software migration, our equivalent to a PAS or PAS migration, will provide an update on the membership experience. William?
Great. Thanks, Hank. And thanks, everybody, for being here to learn about NCPERS 2.0. As your membership director, I'm very pleased about the launch of this new site. The new site's going to improve your member experience. There are many functional enhancements on this new site over our previous site. This is the online home for our organization, and it's going to increase the ease and value of your NCPERS membership in 2026. As already outlined by Lizzie, we offer a lot of member programs, right? We have 11 distinct in-person conferences, virtual events every month like webinars, professional roundtables, multiple surveys and research releases every year, toolkits, advocacy resources. This new site is going to make it easier for you to find and take advantage of all of these benefits that you have available to you. And it will better connect you with the rest of the NCPERS community, and that'll allow you to get solutions and ultimately advance public pensions. So the first step that you and your colleagues and member organizations are going to need to do is to create a new login at our website. Your old NCPERS login password will not work on the new site. This is a simple process, and I'm going to demo it right now for you. Okay, so first you'll need to create a login and set up your account from ncpers.org. You're going to go to the Join button here in the upper right corner, and that's going to pop up this window that asks if you'd like to create an account. This is what you want to do here. If you're an existing member, you will click the Create an Account button. And then from here, you're going to enter your email into this first section. For most of you who are existing members in our database, this is what you're going to see right here. Is this you? With your name and your member organization right there. We imported thousands of member records into the new database. It's likely you already have an existing account, and you merely need to create a new login and connect that account to your member organization. So the system tells you in this case, we found a record that matches the email you just entered. Is this you? And basically, you're going to want to email yourself a verification code to show that you have access to that email address. If this isn't you, right, or if you don't find yourself in our system, you are going to simply want to create a new account, and that's no problem at all. You can do that through these same forms right here. Enter a new first name, last name, password. You have a new email that our account system has never seen before. That's fine. And then we'll just create a password here, agree to the terms and conditions, and get in. Okay, so this is landing on your new member connected login, right? This is going to put you right in your profile. And this gives you a chance to verify and update any basic information that you've got. We've pulled out of our database what we already know about you or what we imported about you. Some of this information may not be correct, right? You might have a new phone number, right? You might want to upload your headshot for our member directory. You might want to update your job title. And then here, you have a new opportunity here to tell us what you do at your organization. So this is a pension fund member that's connecting their account for the first time. You've got a drop down here that you can use to let us know what responsibilities you hold at your pension fund, right? So clicking here, let's say I'm in member services, right? I might also be in communications. This is going to help NCPERS staff understand what you do, connect you with the right benefits that are relevant to you as a professional in the pension fund world. Also get you connected with your peers. And some of this basic information from your profile is going to appear on the NCPERS member directory, allow you to connect with other people who do what you do at other pension funds. Okay, so just that easily, you have a new login and it's connected you to your account at your member organization. And what that's going to do is put you into your member compass. So that was part one. Connect your login, connect it to your member organization. We have a tutorial for this. You do not have to remember all these steps that I just showed you or take notes. We have a tutorial available to you. It's on our website. It's in the email that was sent out on Monday to all existing current NCPERS members. How to create an NCPERS account. This short PDF with about a dozen steps just walks you through creating a new account and getting to the same point where I've just arrived, which is on your member compass at our website. Okay, so the member compass. This is your personalized dashboard for managing your NCPERS profile and easily accessing benefits. This is sort of your member homepage within our website. First thing you'll want to do here is just update and complete your profile if you haven't already, right? So you can go to this profile tab on the left-hand side. This shows all the current NCPERS profile information we have in our database for you. It's email, phone, etc. If any of this is not correct, please update it. It's as simple as adding in here a new address, maybe changing some additional information here. You have the opportunity to add any credentials or designations, update your job title, of course, put your LinkedIn profile here, put a professional bio or a headshot. All of this information and your privacy settings are available right from your profile on your member compass. And just be sure to hit save in the upper right, save button. That's going to save all these updates that you've made to your profile. Okay, returning to the dashboard. Once you've set up your profile, we want to take you a few minutes. We want you to set aside a few minutes to the first time you get logged in to just go through, make sure your profile is updated, and that you can start taking advantage of all the member compass benefits that are available right here on this one page. So some helpful sections of the member compass. My events. If you've registered for anything in the NCPERS universe, any upcoming events, virtual, in person, they'll be here on this page. If you'd like to change your login and password, you can always do that through your Member Compass right here. You can also turn on multi-factor authentication, which we of course recommend you do for security purposes. If you have any outstanding balance with NCPERS, you maybe have an event coming up, you're coming to a conference, that'll appear here. In the pay balance, you can pay by credit card or ACH right here through the website. Those of you who are primary contacts at your member organization, you'll have access to two additional tabs here. The company tab to manage your company or member organization profile, right? In this case, pension fund details. I can update these, save them. This information, some of the basics appear in the member directory. I can also add and remove my colleagues, right? Other people at my organization. I can add them, give them management access, remove them. This is for the primary contact at your organization. NCPERS needs and has a primary contact at every member organization. If you are not the primary contact and you think you should be, please reach out to us. Reach out to membership@ncpers.org. We're happy to talk about who our primary contact is, what they do. Basically, we need one point of contact that we know we can rely on, who understands NCPERS, who manages the account that we can connect with about important matters. So it's up to you to define who that primary contact is. We're flexible. You can tell us, but reach out with any questions or to make changes. So going back to your dashboard, you have several useful membership benefits and links available right from this page, right? You can explore our event calendar by clicking here. You can access the NCPERS member directory by clicking here. This will show you member organizations. And then you can click through, look at their profile, see their contacts, see an organization overview. Also from the Member Compass, you can access your benefits, the page that Lizzie just showed you, where we have centralized many of the benefits and the members only programs available to you through the website, this page here. You also have access as an NCPERS member to our 2025 Public Retirement System Study survey results. We have a dashboard, an interactive dashboard on the website. NCPERS members can come to their Member Compass, click here, and take a look at some of the data that we've collected through our 2025 PRS study. This is fiscal and operational practices of pension plans who participate in the study. Lots of great detail here, information available, a benefit as you are an NCPERS member. Okay. If you're ever on the website and you can't figure out how to get back to the Member Compass, look in the upper right. You'll see your name and your organization there. If you click there from anywhere on the website, it will return you to the Member Compass. And if you happen to participate in any NCPERS professional roundtables, you'll see those here on your Member Compass as well. This is a Member Services Roundtable participant. You can click through to see the call calendar calls coming up, the member directory, other participants from pension plans in the Member Services Roundtable. So some quick links here at the bottom of the Member Compass as well. And note, we have a tutorial for this Member Compass as well. This tutorial is available on the website in the email we distributed on Monday. You can also reach out to membership at any time and we can send you a copy. So that should be enough to get you started. In the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out with any questions you've got, any issues you run into, any feedback you have on the new website. Membership team is here to assist you, get you up and running on the site. And we think you'll find it's a terrific platform that's going to provide a lot of value for you for NCPERS membership this year. Thanks very much. Hank, I'll turn it back over to you.
Great. Thank you, William. Yeah, that's a great overview. Next up is our events team, led by Cassandra Smoot, Senior Director of Operation, and Jessica Ransom, Education Associate, who will present on the new and improved access for educational events. Cassandra?
Hello, everyone. William, if I can ask you to stop sharing.
Sure. Fine to stop here.
And while we wait, I would like to introduce everybody to Jessica Ransom, our education associate. She is the person that you would reach out to regarding all of our educational programming. Okay, here we go. So today I'm going to focus on my two areas, education and events. And as Lizzie mentioned, on our new site, you will find all of our education activities under the Learn tab and some of the engagement activities around events under the Engage tab. Right now, I'm going to, give me 1 second. I've lost my mouse. All right, next slide. All right. So the first thing you may notice are the new categories, as Lizzie mentioned, in which our events are now categorized. And I just want to point out they are NCPERS University, NCPERS conferences, summits, forums, and webinars. These new categories help to align our events with the intended audience of the educational content for that program. I'm sorry, I'm having, there we go. Okay. Next, within the categories, you'll notice that some of our event names have changed. And I'll start with the NCPERS University as those programs have had the most changes in their name. I'll start with our Trustee Educational Seminar, most of you will know as TEDS, will now be known as the Trustee Essential Training. The program will remain the same, just the name. Next would be our Program for Advanced Trustee Studies, formerly PATS, will now be known as our NCPERS University Fiduciary in Focus Workshop. And our NCPERS Accredited Fiduciary, formerly NAF program, will now be known as the NCPERS Advanced Fiduciary, Institute. Again, the program content will remain the same. CE hours will remain the same. Nothing changed there besides the names. Next category are our conferences, which are NCPERS flagship events. These are our larger programs that any of our members can attend at every level. Names have not changed here. So we have the NCPERS Annual Conference and Exhibition, NCPERS Public Safety Conference, and the NCPERS Fall Conference, which used to be known, or let me say, the acronym used to stand for Financial, Actuarial, Legislative, and Legal Conference. It is now going to just be known as the NCPERS Fall Conference. Again, the program does not change. Next, we have our summits. Our summit categories, which are NCPERS dedicated events to professional staff at pension plans. They're geared towards senior professionals with public pensions within public pension systems who want to focus on role-specific education. These summits are designed for a distinct audience, such as our chief officers, CEOs, and CIOs at pension plans, our HR leaders, and our communications and member services professionals. The names here have not changed. We have, as I've mentioned, NCPERS Communication and Member Services Summit, our NCPERS Chief Officer Summit, and the NCPERS Public Pension HR Summit. All great programs. And last, we have our forums category, which are for our smaller audiences. These programs tackle issues that shape the future of public pensions, and they're just more of a niche category. The original name, NCPERS Legislative Conference and Policy Day, will now be known as the Legislative Forum and Policy Day, which will start on Monday for any of you guys joining us. And then we have our NCPERS Public Pension Funding Forum, which the name remains the same. Okay, moving on to registration. You will find our registration under the Learn tab under the event registration link. You'll see it highlighted here on the website. I'm not using a live demo, so this is just a screenshot, but once you click the event registration, you'll be pulling up our new calendar. So this is basically the old NCPERS event calendar. new and approved. It is in list view. You also have the option for calendar view if you prefer that. But this basically lists all of our conferences for the year, the date that they will happen, and then the green button, if you click that, will provide more details about each of the conferences. So let's pretend I clicked on the Legislative Forum, and it'll bring you to this page, which provides you with all the information on each of our events. So for the Legislative Forum, you'll see an About tab for specifically just the Legislative Forum, an About for the Policy Day, which is a separate piece to our Legislative Forum, but still part of the program. Registration fees, registration information. Here you'll find hotel information and the event, which is what I want to bring to your attention. So if you were to click that event tab here, you will bring up the event schedule or the agenda. And this is actually pulling from our communication and member services program coming up in March. But basically, we have engaged with a new app, which will be released at the event, any event that you attend, with the exception of the Legislative Forum. But the new format will show this new agenda, which is very interactive. So let's say you were looking for a specific speaker. You would type in, let's say it's Jason Hoy, since that's already in there. You would type in the search function for Jason Hoy, and it would pull up this session that he's associated with. If you click the read more at the bottom of your screen there, you will pull up, sorry. There you go. You'll pull up more access to the agenda, which brings up speaker information. If PowerPoints are associated, you'll see PowerPoints and any resources associated with this session. So again, just a more interactive and engaging agenda to enhance your experience at the event. Moving on to our continuing education page. So under the Engage tab, we also have a continuing education link that will provide you with information on all of our continuing education. Instead of looking around under each of all of our events for the number of CE hours that you would acquire by attending an event, you can now go to one page, which will outline the CE that we will provide and how our CE works. I will tell you nothing changes with the formatting of our CE. If you attend an event, we still verify your attendance. We will still email you your access to your certificate. And this is what you will see when you get access to your certificate through the member compass. Sorry, forgot that part. So prior, you would access your membership profile in our old database. In the new database, your member compass will tell you your education CE. And this is the report that you will see. At the top, it will list your name, your address, the session you attended, and the number of CEs you are awarded. As long as you are attending NCPERS events, your CE will all be tracked within your member compass. However, if you are attending outside CE with another education, you will still need to track that yourself and submit that with your renewal application. Any questions? Please feel free to contact Jessica or myself. Next up, last under the Learn tab, we will have our webinars, which is our online learning, such as this webinar. Similar to our previous website where it was called the Center for Online Learning, we now call this section NCPERS webinar. Very self-explanatory. The information on upcoming webinars will be listed there, and then you'll also have the opportunity to watch past webinars by simply clicking the link and watching the videos. And again, you receive CE for watching webinars. And last but not least, our Engage tab. And as Lizzie mentioned, Here you will find various ways to engage with NCPERS, but I would specifically like to point out Get Involved. In that area, you will find our exhibit hall information, speaker opportunities, such as open call for speakers. Currently, we have the call for speakers open for the annual conference and exhibition. The deadline to submit is January 30th. So if you have a great topic or something you would like to share with the community, please do submit. We love pension fund submissions, so please submit. But again, this is where you will find speaker opportunities, thought leadership, which are our publications, and sponsorship opportunities. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Jessica and myself. Turning it back to you, Hank.
Great. Thank you, Cassandra. Batting cleanup is Matt Eckel, our research director, who will demonstrate what you can expect from the revamped Access Insight pages. Matt.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Hank. Hang on just a moment. We'll do the screen sharing dance. All right, so welcome everybody. I'd like to just echo my colleagues in saying that we're delighted to have you all here to be introduced to this really fantastic new website. I think it's going to be incredibly helpful and a really wonderful development for NCPERS. And I want to just take a few minutes to talk through the insights section of the website, which is what is highlighting NCPERS' various data and research offerings. As Lizzie briefly demonstrated at the beginning of the webinar, you can click on the Access Insights tab at the top of the page, and you will come upon a large set of potential places you can go. The first place that I wanted to highlight is our public retirement system study. This is one of our flagship products. It is our most comprehensive annual analysis of public retirement systems across the country. It provides critical data on funding levels, investment performance, benefit structures, and demographic trends. And so if you're looking to benchmark anything your own organization is doing against the broader state of the industry, this is the place to go. I would also mention that you should please keep an eye out over the next month for our webinar previewing the 2026 edition. And this is going to have the latest data and insights. So this is really an essential resource for benchmarking and understanding the state of public pensions nationwide. Likewise, I would encourage people to take a look at the Public Pension Compensation Survey. This is our second flagship data product. And this is an annual survey that will give you a detailed compensation data for pension professionals nationwide. You can benchmark salaries, benefits, staffing structures against similar or peer systems. And so it's invaluable when you are making decisions about your organization's compensation strategy or justifying budget requests. And one thing I wanted to emphasize is that for the public retirement systems study, if you are if your organization is an NCPERS member, as William mentioned, you will have access to a data dashboard that will be accessible through your member compass. That will allow you to conduct your own descriptive analysis, cut the data up in ways that are most relevant for your organization. And if your organization participates in the Public Pension Compensation Survey, the participant at your organization would have access to a similar dashboard that would likewise allow for a degree of peer benchmarking and independent analysis of the data. If your organization has been unable to participate in the latest Public Pension Compensation Survey, this is also access to this dashboard, and the report itself is also available for purchase. And we would, of course, encourage people to keep an eye out over the next couple of months as the next iteration of this survey is going to be going into the field this spring. And we would encourage you to participate both as a service to the broader public pension community and so that your organization has access to critical data. In addition to our data products, we maintain an extensive archive of research reports. And these are in-depth analyses on everything from investment strategies to governance to best practices to legislative developments to the role that public pensions play in American economy and society and have for decades. The archive is well organized, so you can quickly find research on specific topics that matter to your system or to your priorities of the moment. In addition, to stay current, we offer two regular publications. The NCPERS Monitor is our newsletter that keeps you up to date on pension news, policy changes, and industry developments. And then there is Persist, which is our quarterly magazine with longer form articles, more in-depth analysis, and perspectives from pension leaders across the country. And both are great ways to stay informed about the public pension world and the public pension community without having to hunt and peck for information. So we encourage you, if you're not already a regular reader of these publications, to get on board there. Um, And for those who are new to pensions, as Lizzie helpfully demonstrated or helpfully talked a little bit about earlier, so I won't go over it too much, we have a pension facts and retirement basics page. And so this is going to be useful whether you're a new trustee, a staff member just starting out, or someone who needs to explain pensions to stakeholders or to the public. This is a dedicated pension facts and retirement basics section. It includes clear explanations of how public pensions work, definitions of key terms, frequently asked questions, and introductory guide. And so it is perfect for onboarding or education purposes, both internally and externally. And finally, we offer a collection of practical toolkits and resources that are designed specifically for trustees and administrators. And these cover topics like governance best practices, fiduciary responsibilities, investment oversights, and more. And many of these are downloadable guides and templates that you can actually use in your own day-to-day operations. And so we've designed these to be practical, actionable resources that are going to make your job easier. So that's a very quick tour of the NCPERS research section. Everything we've covered today is available on the website. I, of course, encourage you to explore these resources and to bookmark the ones that are most relevant to your own work. And remember to watch again for the 2026 Public Retirement Systems Study and the webinar coming in February. And with that, I will kick it back to Hank.
Great. Thanks, Matt. So if there are any questions from this webinar, again, we encourage you to submit it using the Q&A function. But we suspect that many of you just need some time to explore our website. And throughout the webinar, Jessica was diligent in putting into the chat various links that you can use to explore our website. So we have one ask of you while you're doing that. So this has been at least a 12-month transition migration experience for us. And we think we've done as good as possible in making sure that there aren't any bugs or broken links or information that are in error. However, we are realistic and understand that there may be some of those. And so as you explore our new website and as you explore our new database, if you encounter anything, please let us know. You can certainly reach out to us individually or generally to membership@ncpers.org. So today's webinar, the second part of the title was What's Next? Well, so real quickly, for 2026, as I mentioned, this entire year will be a celebration of our 85th anniversary. And so at each of our events, we'll be taking note of this momentous occasion. And then going past 2026 and into the rest of the decade, I think a lot of our future depends upon you, again, our members. We can certainly establish additional professional roundtables at your request and as needed by the folks at Public Plans. We can certainly entertain additional awards and recognition programs for the hardworking staff and trustees at public pension plans, new events and educational opportunities, certainly, but it all begins with our members. So from the pension side, from the stakeholder side, from our service provider side, as members, we are constantly listening and looking for ways to enhance your membership experience. So please let us know. If you think there is a vacuum that needs to be filled, we are always looking for opportunities to lend value. So let us know how we can be of assistance as we begin the second 85th and the second part of our 85th years of our existence. Any other comments from staff at NCPERS?
Hank, the only thing I wanted to follow up on was your last point there about gathering member feedback. We plan to do a member needs assessment or a member satisfaction survey this year after you all have had a chance to use the new website, get up and running, appreciate the new brand identity that we've got, and have opinions about what's working, what's new, what might be missing. Some of those ideas that Hank threw out, we're flexible. We're a small organization that can, turn on a dime and say, yep, let's launch that new member program. Let's fill that need the community has. So be on the lookout for an upcoming member needs assessment, member satisfaction survey. We'll be gathering your opinions through an online tool that will put together and allow us to make some decisions about what the priorities are going forward and what you all want to hear that we're doing that's new in the next couple of years. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, William. So then if there are no questions and no other comments, again, I want to thank each of you, our members, for supporting our endeavor and making what we do possible. We look forward to engaging with you throughout 2026 and the years to come. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.